Mixed movement is seen across indices, specifically Tech 100 traded bullish, while US30 is tried to shade some of the gains which it has done. It has again went above 35,000 levels. At the same time, DAX is trading again at the resistance at 16,000, while UK 100 is also in between 400-500 zones. So now what to expect today from Tech 100, Dow Jones, DAX and FTSE 100? We will see in the same sequence with the help of charts and indicators. This is the first update for the day. The next update will be released before the US session was that. Also, do like, share, subscribe and comment. Your every like, share, subscribe is a great support motivation for me to deliver on time every time to the best of my abilities. Also, you can join my free Telegram channel in order to get the live updates. With that, let's start. First, we look into Tech 100, followed with US30 and then DAX and FTSE. Now, see, moving averages are trying to converge, but it is still bullish, and you can see it is trading in this bullish channel. It has to break out below this channel. Now break out below this channel, first support is seen here at 15,450 levels, 440 levels. It has to break below 15,450, 440 in order to confirm a little bearishness, and specifically below 15,400 is where the bears will take over for Tech 100. The stochastic has dropped here. MACD is trading bearish. RSI is also trading with a slight bearish bias. Now coming to 2-hour charts, likewise on the 2-hour charts, we can see moving average is divergent, and see, this is a flag formation. This is a bullish channel in which it is trading. Let it break below the channels and certainly more bearish movement may continue. The stochastic has dropped. MACD bearish. RSI has also come out of the overbought zone, and on the 3-hour charts, prices are little divergent from the moving average. Possibility for it to converge till 20 period moving average exists. However, the moving average on the 3-hour charts have just started to diverge. It may continue for a while, and right now you can see there is a little support seen here at 15,490, 480, then 440, 450, and then below that is where further bearishness may prevail if it breaks below 15,400 levels. Else the possibility of a rise exists. Stochastic has dropped. MACD crossed over, trading with divergence and bearishness. See, this is first wave. You can see the second wave is greener part is done and the red part is just started, so we can expect a little pullback. RSI was overbought. It is just coming out of the overbought zone. Coming to 4-hour, likewise on the 4-hour charts, higher lows, higher highs, and then it needs to just break a little below 15,440 in order to confirm slight bearishness, where it may try to erase the gains here, where the next support levels is at 15,380, 350 zone. Very strong support at 350 exists. If it breaks below this, then further bearishness. Now look at the moving averages. This is crossed over. This is still trading bullish. Prices are little divergent. It may try to converge, and hence 15,400 levels is what at least we should see today some point of time. Stochastic have dropped. MACD trying to converge, crossover for sell. RSI is near to overbought zone. Coming to the daily chart. Now look at the daily charts. See, higher lows, higher highs, and hence yes, and the previous candle is a swing candle with bullish bias. It stayed outside Bollinger Bands, failed to do so. Now specifically, even if it tries to rise, we can see if see, first thing is on the downside 15,440, 450, it has to break, and specifically below 15,400 is where the bearishness is. Else what will happen? It will again yield a greener candle. It will again yield a bullish candle. See, these are markets, and right now if it stays above 15,600, certainly 15,600, 650 is the next resistance zone. You can see higher highs, higher lows if you count this as a channel. And if it fails to break on the downside, certainly we can see a bullish candle also, because see what has happened here, the moving averages have crossed over, trading with divergence here. This is still a bullish sign, but the prices are too much divergent from the moving average. That is only a concern point, that even if it tries to rise, there should be a pullback some point of time, if not today, possibly next week. This is what we can expect here. The resistance at 15,600, 650 is very, very strong. 600, you can see very strong resistance. Hence 600 is something you should be watchful of on the upside. Stochastic is overbought here. MACD, now see, MACD is still divergent. You can see it is trying to create a cusp, which suggests that the upward movement and should be limited now. The upward move, the bullishness is limited now. Possibility of it to converge a little exists. However, that conversion itself is not to be treated as a bearish reversal, because see, this crossover has happened at a lower level, so it can try to converge, but ultimately further up move cannot be denied. RSI rising, and this is daily charts, and further up move cannot be denied means conversion for next few days and then again trying to rise. This is what we can see, but Remember, lot many points. I will discuss that in my monthly review tomorrow. So do watch that. But right now, if you see it can possibly converge, I will recommend you to sell at 15,490. Expect 440, 400 as the support, and below that further bearishness. Take your positions accordingly. At the same time, if you see it is staying above 15,545, you can buy for 15,580, 600 and then 635 levels. Take your positions accordingly. Now let's have a look at Dow Jones. And before we proceed, if you want to learn this art of trading, you should join my mentorship batch. The 25th batch is going to start on first week of September. Only limited seats are available. Register yourself now itself. Reach out to me for more details. My Telegram and email IDs are mentioned in the channel and video description. Now look US30 on the hourly charts. See, it has come back to 100 period moving average. Moving and see 20 and 50 crossing over here. This is a bearish sign, and you can also note a little resistance is seen here at 34,800. And remember, see, I have been telling if you look at my last week's review, I have mentioned that we may see 35,000 levels. Precisely, it has gone above 35,000 levels before retracing here. Now, next point is right now it is again getting a little resistance at 34,800, then 800, 40, 50 zone. So this zone completely between 34,800 and 900 is a greater resistance for US30 as of now. While if you look at the support zone is seen at 500, 600. Let's have a further detail look. Stochastic was overbought, trying to cool down. But look at MACD. See, MACD has come to bottom. It was trading with a fat belly. It is trying to converge, though there is a room for it to continue downside. However, I will expect it to cross over and initiate a buy. But let's see. RSI is retraced. On the 2-hour charts, if you look, likewise on the 2-hour charts, after the sharp drop, we can see a slight retracement. Stochastic rising from the bottom. MACD is still trying to converge. It is trading bearish. It is traded bearish. It can possibly converge crossover. RSI flat. Coming to 3-hour charts, similar observation here. And if you note, then see after the double bottoms, it was trading in this bullish channel. Now it has come out of the channel. This is still bearish move, and you can find out the support at 34,600. Very, very strong support here. Stochastic oversold. MACD divergent and bearish. And see the candle size have flattened here. This suggests that the bearishness is also almost flattened, but see this is because of the little retracement. And I expect possibly a little conversion, which means greener candles should continue. So let it stay above 34,800 where we can initiate a buy entry as of now. But this is for see, because first wave, second wave, this crossover has happened at a slightly higher level, so the chances for it to continue on the downside still exist. So maybe couple of greener candles, but ultimately with the US session, possibly we can see it drop again. RSI flat, and on the 4-hour chart, similar observation is seen. On the 4-hour charts, one more thing, that the prices were divergent here. It is converged here. It is trying to trade flat. Now the moving averages are also turned flat. However, one more point on the 4-hour chart, that the see higher lows are seen, and this candle is also staying green. So once it stays above 34,800, we may see little more bullishness, taking it till towards 34,868 or 900 zone. Stochastic oversold, MACD divergent and bearish, RSI flat, and on the daily charts, if you look, similar observation is there. And see, it can try to pull it a little up as maybe 34,900, but then later in the day again we can expect a red candle which can pull the prices little down to 34,600. So we have to be trading carefully. Europe session may pull the prices little up. That is what is the expectation, while US session again can trade bearish. Stochastic was overbought. Look at MACD. See, MACD has just crossed over, and this crossover has come at lower levels, and US30 has little scope for it to continue with the up move. So right now, let's observe more. RSI is also comfortable. So looking at this, I will recommend you to sell here or buy here first. Let's talk about the buy. You can buy at 34,800, but then you have to be extremely watchful at 34,860 and 900 levels first, and very stronger resistance zone. And then beyond that, again, we may see it again staying above 35,000 levels. Though I still doubt that today 35,000 levels should breach. But yes, these are markets, and hence you have to trade with the trailing stop loss on the upside. At the same time, on the downside, I will recommend you to sell here at 34,700. 40 levels, but then 34,670, 34,600 are two stronger supports for US30. Now 34,600, 500 is a completely good support zone, only below which the bears will try to take over. So take your positions accordingly. Trade with the stop loss, trade with the trailing stop loss. Now let's have a look at DAX. DAX on the hourly charts, little resistance seen at 16,000, which has always been a good resistance. and then 16050. Yes, if it breaks beyond this zone, we can expect it to give a good bullish breakout, taking it till towards 16140 and 16200 levels. Yes, it has a potential for it to rise till towards those zones. I will look forward to a breakout above 16,000 levels where you can initiate a buy entry and then wait for it to break beyond 16,050 levels for more bullishness. Stochastic has dropped, MACD crossing over here for sell, but it is almost flat right now. RSI is also flat here. Similar observation on the 2-hour charts as well, but you can see higher highs. Again, coming back to 20 period, 20 period is a good support here, which is right now situated at around 15,950 levels. Now remember, if you see DAX below 15,900, that is the only point where the bears will take over. Yes, you can sell here at 15,950 levels or 940 levels, but then be cautious, alert. It can reverse any point of time as long as 15,900 is respected. Stochastic near to top, MACD flat, RSI looking downwards. On the 3-hour charts, likewise, higher lows, higher highs here, but see this channel completely is a very strong resistance channel, because see, this was the support in which DAX was trading. Now this has become the resistance for DAX here, and hence above 16,000 you can buy, but then be careful as long as 16050 is respected. Beyond that, it is going to stay bullish. And on the downside, 15,900 is something we should watch out for. Then 15,840, 50 levels will come into picture, and then 15,800 is the ultimate support. Stochastic, and if you look at the MACD is trading with slight bearishness, RSI looking downwards, and on the 4-hour chart, similar observation is there. It's still staying bullish. The stochastic has dropped, MACD flat, RSI almost flat. Coming to the daily, on the daily chart, see higher lows, higher highs, and a flat base is seen at 15,950. You can find out the resistance it is getting, but yes, it can achieve higher highs, which suggests that in fact it can break past 16050 and move or march towards 15080, 16080, 16100 levels. So yes, above 16,000 we can initiate a buying entry here. Stochastic overbought, MACD divergent, and bullish, RSI is also looking upward. Looking at this, a selling entry at 15,950 or 40 zone, and below that 15,900, if it is there, if it fails to break past 15,900, you have to exercise caution there. If it's below 15,900, that is the point below which the bears will take over. Above 16,000, 16,050, 16,080, 100, very, very strong resistance at 100 exists. Beyond that is only the bulls will take over. Take positions accordingly. Now let's have a look at FTSE 100. Now see, FTSE 100 possibly giving a breakout here. That is what we can see. But then it has to break below this zone and then 743530 zone. So yes, you can initiate a sell entry at 7445 levels, but then as long as 7430 and 7420 as respected, do not treat FTSE 100 as bearish. We know that these are greater supports. Stochastic dropping from the top, MACD is in green, RSI is flat. Coming to 2-hour, on the 2-hour charts, you can see a drop here, the retracement, and now trying to look downwards. And important point is, see, higher lows, higher highs. It has to break below this zone in order to confirm a little drop, but then 7440, 7420 is always going to remain a good support zone. Stochastic overbought. Now see, MACD has seen good bearishness. It is trying to converge if it crosses over, which suggests that possibly a move above 7460 is where see, on the upside, 7480 and 7500 are very, very good resistance here. So yes, a move above 7460 you can buy, but then as long as 7480 is not breached, you should not treat as bullish. RSI is comfortable. On the 3-hour charts, it's also similar indication. Stochastic rising, MACD is divergent bearish. It must try to converge, which suggests possible greener candles from here. RSI flat. Looking at 4-hour charts, on the 4-hour charts also similarly you can see this. See, so far the candle is green, but it has failed to break past 7460 levels on the upside. Now this is the resistance zone on the upside which it needs to break past by, and the support zone at 7420 levels. So in between 7420, 7460, one has to exercise extra caution. Below 7420, 7400, 380 zone is the next important resistance. It can possibly show a good swing also. Stochastic rising from the oversold, MACD divergent, bearish, and see, this crossover has come after a long time. So possibly it can stretch. However, the peak is done. It should try to converge, which suggests greener candles. RSI almost flat, and on the daily chart, On the daily charts, you can see prices were divergent from the moving average. It is converged till towards the 50 period moving average. And if you look at the daily chart, see a couple of red candles, lower highs, which means 7500, 7490 levels can also be seen. Support is seen at 742400. Very, very strong zone. This is any move below this zone, that is 7380, 7370 is where the bears will take over. That should be an indication of a crash. Also look at the daily charts. You will find lower highs here, lower lows here. It is still staying in the bearish channel. So any move beyond 7500, 520 is a confirmation of the bulls out there. Stochastic has dropped, MACD is green, and see MACD yielding the second wave. Possibly it can continue. RSI flat. Looking at this, see you can buy at 7460, sell at 7440, but on the downside still stay alert for first and very strongest resistance at around 7420. It has to break below this zone, else as long as these levels are not breached, it can bounce back from 7430, 35 anywhere. So you have to be watchful as long as 7420 is not breached. On the upside, as long as 7480 and is not breached, you have to be careful, and largely saying 7500, 520 it has to breach on the upside for it to confirm the bears, and on the downside 7480, 7380, 7400, 7380 levels to be breached for confirmation of bears. So largely a very long and broad zone or swing zone between 7380 and 7520, where we have to exercise extra caution. Any position we are taking on the buy or sell side is not a clear-cut direction, and hence you have to trade with the trailing stop loss, so that in case of a reversal, your trade closes in profit or without any loss. Take positions accordingly. Trade with a stop loss, trade with a trailing stop loss. Do like, share, subscribe, and comment. Join my mentorship by Join My Signals channel. Reach out to me for any of your trading or training queries. My Telegram and email IDs are mentioned in the channel and video description. Thank you very much. Have a great profitable trading day ahead. Thank you.